Now, Mario is no stranger to dying. There's always that one level that takes us hours and hours to actually finish. But has Mario died, like, for real before? Well, yes. Just play one of the games, die, and then instantly play the credits and pretend that he actually died. But actually, look at all the alternate timelines for superheroes that have them dying in it. So, why hasn't there been an alternate timeline where Mario dies? Now, when you hear of Mario dying, you probably think of the two bad endings in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where not only Mario, but the whole cast dies in both of the endings. But those are not what I'm talking about. I want to talk about what will happen in the actual Mario universe. What will Bowser do now that his arch nemesis is dead? What will happen to the Mushroom Kingdom? Of course, making something about what would happen to the Mario universe after he died would take more than one person to make. And there's no comic or game talking about stuff like this. But maybe there is. Now we turn to the Super Luigi games. It all starts with New Super Luigi U, which is the same game as New Super Mario Bros. U, but instead of Mario, it's replaced by Luigi, and that makes it automatically better. The same is done with Mario Galaxy. Once you get all the stars and complete the game, you get to play as Luigi, and now it's Super Luigi Galaxy. And then there's Luigi Odyssey, which is just a mod, but I like to think it actually happened. I like to think this is the Super Luigi series and all of them are connected. Not only that, but they're obviously in all alternate timelines where Mario is out of the picture and Luigi's the star of the show, as he should be of course. But how did Mario get out of the picture in the first place? Perhaps Mario doesn't exist here, which is why it's given the name Super Luigi and not Super Luigi Bros. But Mario does, or did, exist here. In the original Super Mario Bros. U, all of the crew is sitting at the table until the Koopalings come in and take Peach. In Super Luigi U, the same cutscene plays, but as expected, without Mario. Instead of just having him not be there, they just suspiciously have just his hat. Why not just have him completely absent and not there at all? Instead, they gotta put his hat creepily sitting there like they all know he's there with them in spirit? Okay, he probably could have just ran to the store really quick and forgot his hat, and then he missed everything that happened in the game. After all, it could have been much worse. Instead of his hat, it could have been a portrait of him with candles around it. Maybe he's in Luigi Galaxy. Remember that one level in the original game where you have to rescue Luigi from Boo's mansion? Perhaps we have to rescue Mario this time, you know, as a reference to Luigi's mansion. After all, who else are we gonna save? You're kidding. We have to rescue a second Luigi or something. I don't know. I don't think they explain it. They question it, but they don't explain it. So, Luigi isn't an only child in this timeline because we see Mario's hat. But we don't see any Mario. So, where is he? Is he truly dead in this timeline? I'm pretty sure he is because he never shows up in these two games. Technically 3, and why just his hat? Why not just have him not be there? Instead they have to put in the creepy hat. Maybe he was just sitting there and then poof. But that nobody seemed to notice for the next 40 years. Let's focus on how he probably died and why everything in the game seems so strangely normal. It's never hinted at how he died, but let's guess that Bowser actually made the player break the remote. If you see Bowser kill Mario, your first thought is probably, whoa, this is it. Bowser won. He killed Mario, our Italian, Japanese, American icon. What are we gonna do? But people tend to forget about Mario's other friends. Yoshi, Luigi, etc. Maybe even Mario and Waluigi. Are they just gonna give up? Probably. But probably not. They will probably avenge Mario's death and try to stop Bowser once and for all. But in this universe, barely anything seems to change. Peach is still getting kidnapped by Bowser and his Koopalings, and Luigi and the Toads still rescue her. Is this Nintendo's answer to what will happen if Mario dies? Most of us expected the whole world to just break and become this apocalyptic society. But instead, everything continues normally, except without Mario, of course. Well, to put it simply, whenever the bad guy has been fighting the hero for years, the bad guy themselves wouldn't believe they have won. This is probably what happened with Bowser and Mario. Bowser finally did the impossible. He killed Mario and got the princess. But even Bowser would miss Mario. He would still miss the thrill of it, kidnapping Princess Peach, building obstacles that are built so he could get across them for some reason. Despite everything that happened, he wouldn't be able to live without his enemy. So instead, Luigi is the one to take his brother's place. He will be the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom. And then Peach decides to take Luigi instead because she's probably a hopper. And everything goes as if Mario was still there. But maybe Mario isn't dead. Maybe he is, but it's fun to think that since we never see Mario in these two games. And these might not be canon because at the end of the day, it's just a theory.